Good morning and happy Monday. I got my countdown on Facebook this time again, which is great. I love that. So today in the United States is Dr. Martin Luther King Day. We celebrate the life and the legacy of Dr. King. And, it's an amazing example of leadership. Dr. King patterned himself after Gandhi. And like Gandhi, and when I say that, what I mean is his approach to the change that he brought was a nonviolent approach, as the opposite of Malcolm X, who put forth a different idea in terms of how to create a different relationship with the African-American experience in the United States. So Dr. King, also like Gandhi, never intended to be the leader of the movement. He was a Baptist minister who was actually pretty shy and not very good at public speaking. But what happens when true leadership comes out of service, comes out of a desire to serve others, and what happens with great leaders is they become so entranced in the movement that they're part of. It becomes so part of them, and they're so passionate about it that they have this incredible ability to express what the desire of the movement is. And the people that they are intending to serve and do serve push them to the forefront and say, we want you to speak on behalf of us because you can do such a good job of it. We want you to lead us. And that's what happened with Gandhi. Gandhi never set out to intend to get England out of India. He simply decided that it was the right thing to do and wanted to show others how to lead that movement, and ended up being the leader of that movement, and ended up being, the spiritual leader of the entire country. Dr. King, in the same manner, set out to try to help create the Civil Rights Amendment and the Civil Rights Movement, and in doing so was such a great leader that the constituency pushed him to the forefront and said, you're going to be the leader of our movement. The movement was incredibly successful, and the Civil Rights Act was passed. What I find interesting about Dr. King is he died before the age of 40. He was an incredible speaker and gave the famous I Have a Dream speech, which is actually 3 speeches combined into one. And I always listen to the speech today, and I would encourage you to take a minute and listen to it. The speech is less than 18 minutes long, and it's easily one of the top 3 speeches ever given in the history of mankind, along with the Gettysburg Address, which also is less than 20 minutes. So, these guys did a ton in a very short life, meaning Dr. King and Abraham Lincoln, and were able to give a speech that transformed the relationship of a movement with the people that it's trying to communicate with, and really defined the entire movement, and did it in a very short period of time. You don't have to get up and talk for 3 hours in order to necessarily have a huge impact, and both Dr. King and Abraham Lincoln showed that. So leadership comes from service. Servant leaders are the ones that are the true leaders, people that set out to lead. Many times the reason that they want to lead is for their own personal gain or for their personal award. But true leaders really set out to serve the people that they're leading, and as a result, the people that they're leading push them to the forefront and ask them to speak on their behalf. Take a minute and listen to the I Have a Dream speech today. It's an amazing speech, and pay attention to the fact that it's 3 separate speeches that are actually put together into one. But it's a speech that represents and defines a movement in this country, that defines a generation, that defines a new step in the country, and resulted in the passage of the Civil Rights Act in the United States, which changed a lot of things, although it's still obviously a fight that's going on in this country, as the Voters' Rights Act is still looking to be passed. But the celebration of an amazing man who led an amazing life, even though he died before the age of 40, who really showed what leadership is all about, and showed how eloquently you can define a situation in a very short period of time. Take a minute to take a look at the speech today. Like I said, it's less than 20 minutes, so it's not going to take you a long time. And appreciate how perfect it really is. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.